On September 16, 2025, in Niamey, the justice ministers of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger announced plans for a coordinated withdrawal from the International Criminal Court, ICC, citing bias and ineffectiveness. Instead, they're advancing the Sahelian Criminal Court for Human Rights, CPSDH, proposed in June 2025, to handle terrorism, war crimes, and more. Is this a reclaiming of African justice, or a shield for impunity in a jihadist-plagued region? Welcome to Mwaki Insights, where we dissect Africa's evolving narrative. I'm your host, and today we're exploring the roots, realities, and ripples, from ICC's African focus to the Sahel's bold alternative. By the end, you'll debate if this empowers sovereignty or endangers accountability. What do you think? Progress or peril? Comment below. If you're new, subscribe and hit the bell. Join our truth seekers. Let's unravel the reckoning. The ICC, established in 2002 to prosecute genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity, has faced accusations of an Africa bias since its early days. Of 17 situations under investigation, 9 are in African countries like Mali, Sudan, and the DRC. More starkly, 47 of 54 indicted individuals are African per Amnesty International. Critics, including the African Union, argue this reflects selective justice, focusing on the continent while ignoring alleged Western crimes in Iraq or Afghanistan. But context matters. Many African cases stem from self-referrals by governments, like Uganda or Mali, inviting ICC probes into rebels or jihadists. Still, no Western nationals have been tried, fueling resentment. Kenya's Uhuru Kenyatta called it a tool of imperial powers. In the Sahel, where jihadists have killed thousands since 2012, the ICC's slow progress, for example, one Mali conviction in 2024, has bred frustration. Ex-posts from Sahel users echo this. Why judge us from The Hague when our crises demand local solutions? This perceived double standard underpins the exit push. Facing ICC shortcomings, the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, formed in 2023 after coups in Mali, 2020-21, Burkina Faso, 2022, and Niger, 2023, is charting its own path. At the September 2025 Niamey summit, ministers announced coordinated ICC withdrawal preparations, building on Burundi's 2017 exit. Their alternative, the Sahelian Criminal Court for Human Rights, CPSDH, proposed in June 2025, with jurisdiction over international crimes, terrorism, and organized crime. This isn't evasion, it's adaptation. The Sahel faces relentless jihadist threats from groups like Jenim and Sahel, displacing millions and killing thousands annually. ICC efforts, like the 2024 Mali conviction of an Islamist leader, have been limited and slow, hampered by distance and lack of local buy-in. CPSDH aims for contextual justice, African judges, faster proceedings, and integration with AES military ops. Precedents include the African Union's Malabo Protocol for a continental court, though unratified. X-reactions praise it as decolonized justice, but questions linger. Can resource-strapped juntas fund and staff it impartially? This move echoes Pan-Africanism, from Nkrumah to modern leaders rejecting paternalism. The merits are compelling. CPSDH could deliver culturally attuned justice faster than the ICC's decade-long trials, addressing Sahel-specific issues like terrorism without foreign bias. It empowers sovereignty. AES nations argue ICC membership, Mali since 2000, Burkina Faso 2004, Niger 1998, has yielded little amid 2 million displacements. By localizing accountability, it could build trust, reduce resentment, and align with African Charter on Human Rights. Yet challenges abound. Juntas face accusations of their own abuses. Burkina Faso's military has been linked to civilian killings, potentially evading scrutiny in a self-run court. Funding is tight. AES economies struggle with sanctions post-ECOWAS exit. Human rights groups like Amnesty warn of impunity risks if impartiality falters. Downsides. Fragmented justice could weaken global norms, inviting more withdrawals. For example, South Africa threatened in 2016. Debates split. 55% in Africa see it as liberation, but Western users fear authoritarian backslide. This tests if regional courts can succeed where ICC stumbled, merits in ownership, challenges in execution. This exit could ripple continent-wide. With 33 African ICC states, Sahel's move echoes Burundi's 2017 withdrawal and South Africa's 2016 threats. It aligns with Pan-African pushes for reforms like the Malabo Protocol, potentially inspiring a hybrid system. Globally, it signals multipolarity. Russia and China back AES with arms and diplomacy, filling voids left by French exits. Merits. Strengthens African institutions, reducing victors' justice perceptions. Challenges. Could fragment international law, complicating cross-border probes. Downsides. Western donors may cut aid, for example, EU's €500 million Sahel package at risk, worsening instability. Overlooked. Climate-exacerbated conflicts, Sahel droughts fueling extremism, demand robust justice. CPSDH could integrate local knowledge. Ex-futurists predict African ICC or proxy wars. Envision a decolonized framework thriving or accountability gaps igniting crises. The Sahel's gamble reshapes justice's map. The Sahel's ICC exit and CPSDH push challenge a biased system, promising localized justice amid terror threats, but risks impunity if not executed fairly. If this deep dive ignited your thoughts, like, share and subscribe to Mwaki Insights. Vote below. Sovereignty win. Thanks for joining the quest for truth. See you next.